Plan B is designed to help women, couples, who find themselves in a situation where the intended method of contraception that they've decided to use doesn't work for some reason. Either a condom broke or someone forgot something or what have you. Or also in the cases of someone being sexually assaulted.
There were a few times. I bought it multiple times, actually, for friends in high school. Sometimes, unfortunately, it was just because, the people were drinking and got careless and they weren't sure one way or another if protection was used. So just to be safe, they went and bought it. Then there were other times where people were with their boyfriends and, knew for a fact that they hadn't used protection, and I had to get it. Unfortunately, I was a couple months older than a lot of my friends, so I was the one that everyone came to because I was the only one who was 18, so.
It prevents either fertilization or implantation. It does not affect an established pregnancy. The sooner that someone takes Plan B, the more likely it is to work. Obviously, one concern is that people might use Plan B as a method of birth control. And that's obviously, it's not the safest or most effective method of birth control that's available. So that's certainly a danger of having it be available over the counter. There's a risk of blood clots and strokes. That's kind of part and parcel. That's with any of the hormone medications or the hormone birth control methods. That isn't very likely, but like if someone's a smoker, that increases the risk. If they've had a history of blood clots before, that increases the risks.
It's like cognitively, even, I don't know what psychologists would say about how it's going to affect them, but, do we compare it to, well, how is it going to affect them if they're 13-year-old having a baby? It's like, what's going to be more damaging? What's going to be more deadening? What's going to be, have the greater, social impact on their life? A Plan B abortion or a baby at 13. It's this kind of idea of, are they looking at the consequences? Are they being taught the consequences of having sex? It's like many school systems around the country are still advocating abstinence-only type education in sex ed. And so I don't know that they're even conscious of the fact that they could get pregnant. So I don't know that they're thinking, oh, there's this alternative, there's this way of getting out of it. More so, they're just not even thinking of the consequences at all. I don't even know that some people your age know what Plan B is. When I say it in classes, people are like looking around like, should I know that? And then I have to give kind of like a qualify of what it is.
I feel as though kids are having, sex younger and younger these days, and that may be also another reason why they're opening this up to, whatever it may be, 13 and up or 16 and up. But I think that you definitely are more mentally and emotionally stable the older you get, so it's definitely going to take a toll on some of the younger kids, especially if it's, 13, 14-year-olds. When you first get it, it's upsetting because you don't want to admit that to yourself that there is that possibility, but that's also why you're taking the pill, so that there is no possibility of that.
Does a 13-year-old have civil liberties in this country? Legally, no. They don't have civil liberties. So if a 13-year-old got pregnant and wanted to have an abortion, it would be required informed consent of their parents. And this gives them some kind of legal standing, to make a decision about their own bodies. I think these kids, it just gives them a choice about their own lives.